It had been a while since Terra and Ren were isekai'd into another world. They had adventured the land and kept each other company. About earlier. I'm sorry, I lied.
Oh, it's okay, don't worry about it.
They discovered an old abandoned library. While searching through the shelves, Teru noticed something familiar in the corner of her eye. Renee grabbed the book, and Teru's eyes lit up. This was her chance to change back to normal. There were a bunch of symbols and letters that Ren couldn't recognize. Teru took charge and taught Ren how to decipher these strange symbols. After a bit of practice and fails, they were ready.
According to the spell, I just have to say this word 3 times. Let's try it, okay? Ara, ara, ara.
It's working! Teru's usual energy was back in full bloom. Let's go! Wait. Teru desired something more. The two headed back to the tavern, and Teru wanted to pay back Ren so he wouldn't use it against her later. She went to prepare a spicy, flamey lunch. The end product was roasted. But still, she wanted to create something for him. Maybe cooking wasn't her forte, but she had skills in other trees. It was time to make herself at home too. But that didn't stop Teru from being Teru. However, Teru still deeply desired a place of her own. Teru walked out to the garden and looked up to the tree. She could already picture it, a place to belong for those like her. But she was hesitant to ask. She'd only cause more trouble for Ren and the others.
What's wrong, Teru?
Nothing.
I saw you looking at the tree.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do it.
Eh? Teru grabbled all the papers she could get and started sketching out ideas for a new place. Everything had to be perfect. After months of hard work and endless hexes thrown at Renee, the two finally completed the treehouse. Teru and Ren gleamed at their work. It was time to open the doors for others to also enjoy what they created together. The treehouse became quite popular over time, and it became known as the Chirp Treehouse. People came by to pick up jobs, rest their heads, or grab something to eat, as long as Teru was not in the kitchen. Teru used her spare time to practice her combat skills on some dummies with a familiar face. After months of hard work and training, she decided to get some real practice. So, she said her goodbyes to Ren and the regulars in the treehouse. It had been a long trip for Teru. She felt her hands brushing against some beautiful flowers, and a giant tree made the perfect spot for a nap. As she was adjusting herself in the optimum nap position, a small cockatiel resting above her peeked. His eyes were glimmering and wings glistening. Why does my head feel heavy? A new set of eyes were in front of Teru. Teru reached into her pocket, grabbled the seeds she had kept for such a situation. She reached out to give the cockatiel a more comfortable place to rest. He refused and took the top of her head as his rest area. The two became very close, but it was time for Teru to go. She got up to leave, but the cockatiel followed her. You hacker! What are you doing? You know what? I'm gonna call you Teal. And so they continued their journey back home. Ren welcomed back Teru and her new friend, but they still had work to do. The three continued to work, adventure, and play together for the rest of their days in this house, a home called the Chirpling Tree.